Hello everyone, Professor Lohit here. Today we are going to see the construction of subgrade. As we've seen in the last class, the construction of the embankment, the moment the necessity of the construction of embankment is to maintain the vertical profile of the highway. Okay, in that sense, we come across the embankment and even cutting too. After that, the next layer is going to come is the subgrade, that would be called as the first layer of the flexible pavement or a rigid pavement. Okay, here let us check the materials required. So, materials considered suitable for the construction of embankment and even earthen shoulders are selected soil, muram, gravel, and a mixture of these. Again, it has to be free from the organic matter and that like to be decay and deteriorate. And as I told, the maximum what size of coarse material or stone agreed for the construction of the subgrade is 50 mm, where in case of the embankment it was a 75 mm. And later the essential requirement of soil properties considered suitable for the construction of the highway subgrade. First one is liquid limit has to be less than 50% here, plastic index has to be less than 25, and non-expansion salts are not allowed here. So with limited proportions of fines like expansive clays are not allowed in a subgrade, as well as a 500 mm portion just below the subgrade. Okay, if the depth is there, this is the subgrade, the below even depth up to the 500 mm, there is no any expansive soils are not allowed. The later, the maximum dry density shall not be less than 175 kg per meter cube here. So again, the depending on the importance of the road, expected traffic load and the pavement design requirement, often a minimum acceptable CBR value of soil has to be specified in the subgrade. Clear? So this is the what you have to look after into the materials for the subgrade. Next is construction method. So the highway subgrade is generally constructed using a suitable soil fulfilling the requirement or specified properties that are transported from the identified borrow pits. So here the efforts are made to select the borrow pits which are not too far from the construction sites. And same in embankment, it is possible to utilize the local available inferior soils which which could be improved by appropriate soil stabilization technique. And the subgrade is constructed by spreading a loose soil and compacting the same at the optimum moisture content of the soil in the layers. And here the maximum compact thickness of each layer is generally limited to 200 mm thickness. So each layer is compacted by the rolling at OMCs, and here the specified compacted, what are the compaction you do, the requirement of highest subgrade here is 97% in terms of maximum laboratory dry density. And how the steps has to be followed here is the construction steps. The first, what are the selected soil in a loose condition is spread on a required grade and cross slope in the layer of desired thickness using appropriate equipment such as blade grader over the prepared surface. Prepared surface in the sense there might be embankment or it might be cutting. The thickness of loose soil layer is decided so as to obtain the desired compact thickness determined the using proof rolling. Okay, then same as in embankment, additional water required is sprayed as to obtain the OMC of the soil determined in the laboratory compaction test. The soil with the water added is mixed thoroughly using the appropriate equipment so that the water get distributed in a soil layer uniformly. Then the mixed layer of soil is spread again uniform layer thickness, grade and the cross slopes. The soil layers here are compacted by the rolling using selected equipment so as to obtain the desired density. After the ensuring the layer has to be compacted desired density, the next layer of the soil is again spread over the water added and mixed compacted as mentioned in the previously. The process is repeated until the desired compacted thickness of the subgrade is achieved. Clear? And lastly, the quality control here. So again, same as the representative soil like samples what I have collected from the borrow pits for the construction of highway subgrade as again subjected to the laboratory test to check the water liquid limit, plastic index, grain size distribution, soluble sulfate content, organic matter, and other stuffs. And here the laboratory compaction has to be carried out on the selected soil to check the OMC at maximum density of the soil during the constructions. And the CBR value of soil is selected to use a highway subgrade to determine the laboratory compaction, 97% of the maximum dry density. The field moisture content again has to be loose soil has to be spread over the desired thickness to determine what determined by the using the rapid test method. And after the addition of the water required, they mix thoroughly. Moisture content again is checked to rapid test method to ensure the OMC. But here the taken care is what the density has to be achieved by 97% after the compaction. You have to make sure about that. And lastly, the finished levels of the subgrade are checked with reference to the desired longitudinal cross slopes. If there is found to be exceeding the permissible tolerance, like plus or minus 20 mm, the appropriate correction is to be made by removing the adding part of the soil, or if it is less, then you have to add the material and again compact it. That once here the surface, whatever the undulation you find, obviously subgrade going to have some slope here. When you see in a longitudinal or in a cross section, here the undulation what you find, it shouldn't be like less plus or minus 20 or 25 mm. If you feel that is more, then you have to remove it. If it is feel that is less, then you have to add it again, compact it, make sure that the surface looks level. Only the tolerance is here plus or minus 20. As you go for the higher top layers, bitumen, that this whatever the permissible tolerance is, it start reducing up to 2 mm, 5 mm. This is how the tolerance level start reducing. Clear? Here you have to make sure that the surface of the water it is ready for the next other layer to take. So for that you have to have the properly labeled. Okay, this is the end of this lecture. Thank you for your patience.